whispering low. We vibing on that road coin glow. Crypto smooth, yeah, I'm cruising through the charts. Golden ratios, baby, that's where it starts. Oh, road dogs calling, got that magic touch. Ooh, Fibonacci secrets, so we love too much. Body rolling to the graph, sweet spray. Pump, fun rhythm, we gon' play all day. Electric love in the midnight air. Bad looking sexy, profits everywhere. Sex moaning, so that candle glow. Baby, let's ride this crypto flow. By that rose, don't wait, don't hesitate. Feeling that groove, yeah, the vibe's first rate. Pump.fun, make the world rotate. Support your dog, yeah, showing faith. By that road, tonight's the place. Stack that love, the R&B way. 8-8 heartbeat, pulse in the sheets. Chart so fine, yeah, it moves to the beat. The road dog whispering, watch that climb. Fibonacci fine, like red wine time. We sipping Gens, baby, pour that bliss. Crypto kiss with a candle twist. Oh, feeling the moonlight, charts ignite. Bag looking heavy, we floating tonight. Pump it, ride it, slide it slow. Road dog magic, let that rhythm show. By that road, don't wait, don't hesitate. Feeling that groove, yeah, the vibes first rate. Pump.fun, make the world rotate. Support your dog, yeah, showing faith. By that road, tonight's the place. Stack that love, the R&B way. By that way, baby. Smooth like gold in a candle flame. By some road, whisper my name. Fibonacci love, eternal game.
Chasing shadows on the screen. Stars were about to align. Moonshot calling my name. Felt like it was time. Time to trap. Woke to the charts popping. Heart on overdrive. Promise fan the bag. Said we level up live. Nights in the DM. Squad yelling diamond hands. Bought a hype on leverage. Moon under command. Coffee hot. White vibe strong. Kids dreaming big screens. Hype train full speed. Chasing those crypto dreams. FOMO in the air. Dips looking like buys. Red candles flashing. But we see the prize. We waited for the moon. Yeah, dip, but we rise. Chasing echoes. Now we flip the script tonight. FOMO to the wind. Turn the dust to gold dust. Silence at the crash. We crank the volume up. Moonshot energy. Slip and grab it tight. What sank in the sand? We launch into the light. Yeah. Rocket blast. Rocket blast. Launch at the light. Squad text by the dip. Now it's fire in the chat. Rain on the roof. Nah, that's gains coming back. Mom calls with the love. You got this, my star. Brothers laugh, turns high. Told you you go far. Screen glows with the green. Every candle's a flex. Futures in our hands. Next plays the apex. Built a castle from cold walls. Shook but we stand. Silent screams turn them to anthems across the land. Eyes in the mirror spark. Kids laughter the fuel. Fire never stalls. We break every rule.
rest. What if it turns to watch this? We ace in the test.
Victor.
We waited for the moon, now we on the whole sky. On it, on it, on it. Watch us multiply. Turn the dust to gold. Volume crank to the max.
Check 1-2-1-2.
Silence at the crash. We the comeback track. Launch of the
The ringing of the cowbell.
Coming at the peak by the rumor, sell the news, make the news freak. Spoofing orders, walls on the screen. Pump the alt, then rug the dream. FOMO's the bait, panic the hook. They're playing chess, we're reading the book.
with a techie.
The cash, we chase the spark, but in the end they own the dark. Well games, jumping in the dark.
Mama always said playing shitty patterns always gets shitty results.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Road Dawg. We're taking a look at the markets tonight. We're going to look at Bitcoin. If you're looking at this time frame, well, you're probably a degen or just bored AF looking at Bitcoin. This is the tiny 1 minute chart where we got some good news making a higher high here. If we can keep the support level, reclaiming a 618 Fibonacci, that in jargon speak, that's good. Probably should take a little poll. I want to do a little poll tonight to see, I don't know. When we talk about things on this channel, I'm just kind of curious. Do you guys absorb this, or is this like me talking over your head on some of this stuff? Because I don't want it to be talking over your head. This is, if you're trying to learn TA, you know, hanging around with people that have a particular system or something like that, you're picking up on the, you get used to the jargon. We come into crypto and we hear all these terms like, what the hell does that mean? What is that? I'm still trying to figure out what a damn Satoshi is. And then, so the more you're into this, I guess it leaves your mind about the things that you learn. And you just expect, I guess, everybody else picks up on them. And I don't want anybody to be lost in anything that we share here on the channel. So if things look too confusing, we just need to make it in a more easier way to understand. But part of it also is just being exposed to it a little bit over time. So if you hang out with me every night and everything, you pick up on what I'm putting down and the system that I'm sharing, because I'm not charging for it. I'm just showing you every night for anybody that's paying attention, to add a few tools to your toolbox that I have found to be extremely effective. And one of the most effective tools that I've found in Fibonacci, and off of Fibonacci, has been harmonic trading, harmonic patterns. And of course, just like TA, I went around about learning that a little bit different than most people, and it just kind of fell down the rabbit hole. But adding more to my toolbox every day with harmonics. And I do believe it is one of the most effective systems out there. But it can look a little daunting and complicated, but hopefully hang around here. We'll have some different ways to look at it, different ways that started first making sense to me. And it's all based on fibs. And one of those little things, just taking a fib from the high to the low here and seeing where we're headed. And just a rule of thumb thing to go by, we're kind of just targeting this 92,851 area for a possible, rejection. It's okay. We made a higher high, and that's all we really need. Don't have to just go straight to the moon from here. But that one is on our target. And then also we got this 1272, which I'm not looking for to hit. But hey, maybe so. We got some nice things going on for Bitcoin after a scary day, where she pumped up and hit the 618 here and got rejected, and then just dumped like a mofo. Come back down to this little box area where we're hoping that it would be catching support there, and it did not. She fell through and went a way lot lower, swing low to swing high. Tell me where she went to buy. She went to the deep ash retracements. She went to the deep ash retracements. Now, this is harmonic theory playing out right here with the Fibonacci. The very extension of this is the 1618. She went full on. She went to the bottom of the bottoms. And once we get there, that is a potential reversal zone, and that's what you saw. You saw a W pattern form down here at this 1.618 harmonic target, and then what happens? Well, it starts coming back up. Now, the normal targets that we would look for that, let's see how well that they fared. I mean, the run-of-the-mill play on this is the 382, which is right in here. We blasted through it. And the 618, which we blasted through. Well, how about that? Gosh darn it. Actually, now seeing that we did hit a 1.618, I recant what I said about this target over here. I'm actually kind of liking this target right now. This is a mathematical square root of pi. And it's very, it resonates with 618s and 1618s. So if we pull back to the 1618 that we saw there, we can go here. If you want to get really antsy, but I mean, it's very rare, so you don't see me putting that on here, and that's why I didn't have a target down here, or one of the reasons behind it. There's a specific reason why we're looking here. And we did catch something there, but hey man, some of this stuff happens. And that guy is up here at 94,700. Will we make it up there? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we get rejected here, lose this area. We're putting in a slight higher high. I would really, I need to see us hit here though. I really want to see us hit right here at 92.3. If nothing else, 92.3, 93.4, 94.7. And then our bigger target that we're looking at on a bigger fib pull, just a standard fib pull. 95,500. Can we do it? Can we do it? We're on the 1 minute time frame. How can you even tell? I've got to erase these numbers or else this will look like crap when I zoom out to a bigger time frame. How we doing, everybody? I see 9 people hanging out with me. Glad to have you here. If we draw a trend line, which is what I always recommend to help you gauge a trend, follow a trend, know when to get out of a trend. We lost that trend line. And so we are in danger of capitulating to the downside, or we might still have a little bit left here to see if we can actually hit some of these little target areas right here. I would like to see us hit these areas. Now we zoom out a little bit to the 6 minute time frame where I normally kind of do. I got this line right here, which I made dash line, but that was the trend line here. And see how the trend lines work? This is the miracle of trend lines. Now, if you watch my show, I go over a lot of different systems. I go over trend lines, which I think that can be a whole strategy in itself, because it was for me for the longest time. And I also go over some indicators like moving averages. Someone we refer to market cipher, RSI, and the old MACD. Can't deny the old MACD. She's a weird kook. She's our weird aunt that likes to drink a lot, but you know, I think she's halfway psychic most of the time. A little bit behind the time. She's like that little aunt on, what was that show, Bewitched? That crazy kooky aunt. Yeah, kind of like a mix between her and Aunt B from Andy Griffith's show. That's the MACD for us right here. But if you pay attention, she's got some wisdom, and she won't steer you wrong, even though you swear to God she's off a rocker sometimes. If you listen to her, you find that you're in a better situation 6 months down the road or 3 months down the road than if you don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, still got 9 people hanging out here. Thank you so much. So we had a trend line, and it was a nice move from here. I think I was asleep during all of this, staying up all night trying to figure all this stuff out, and then I just finally had to crash out. And nice to know that we got a bottom here. We went over a natural reason why that was a level, whether it's local or not. Maybe we are still doing our slow burn down to, you know, our bigger Fibonacci target at 84. That is definitely on the table, and this could just be part of that move down. As you notice, like, this was part of the move down here. Right, this was part of the move down here too. This might be part of the move down here. It could be. Now, here on the 6-minute time frame, if we are looking at our moving averages over here, and getting back to what I was talking about before, all these different things I'm showing you, harmonics, fibs, I'm trying to show you how they all overlap. Even sometimes when we introduce Elliott wave theory in here, which, you know, I'm not a deep Elliott wave guy, but we go over just enough, right? I'm not the Elliott wave expert, but we got enough that we can use to help us not miss stuff and look for stuff, right? And I show you how all these things, they're like Legos. All these different systems all have validity. Some of them are better at things than others. Some of them are a little bit more subjective, like Elliott wave, very subjective. Harmonics, I think they're pretty concrete. However, when you get into the school of thought that uses this tool, your little harmonic tool right here, which can look confusing as all hell. I agree. Those rules, they've got a little leeway, and they can be more subjective if you're using that. The method I teach with my Fibonacci's, I'm looking right on the fibs. That's why I got this level here I'm looking for. I'm not trying to, it's close enough. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But I think the beauty of the takeaway that you can get from the show is to see how these things interact, and you might find something, see some dots that click that didn't click for you before, because that's what happened with me. Elliott, what the hell have you got going on? We haven't consulted with Mr. Elliott over here. 5-wave ABC correction. Oh, that means it's over. We're starting another thing, and we can start making a higher high. That means you actually need to come up here and get this one, Elliott, doesn't it? I mean, for this, if that's what you got going on here, you got some kind of sideway. Oh, you're doing the advanced stuff, Elliott. I can't. We're going to have to zoom out. He getting too crazy on me. He getting too crazy. Sometime Elliott do that. All right, so let us do zoom out just a little bit and take a look at Bitcoin, but not before I say hello to the 11 people hanging out here. Now we got over 10. We can come over here and interact. We got Dave P, who is first tonight. How's it going, Dave? Good to see you here. Woo! Yeah! Party! Hey, girl. You got a little bit too up in front there. Why is that? Why that be? We like you. You're our new dad. Oh, that's too far. Too far. Can't put her behind the road. Can't put her behind the road. Gosh, darn it. You're killing me here. Spicy Dancer. We're going to have to move Spicy Dancer to another place, I believe. I will do that after the show. All right. Dave P's in the house. We got Strega. How's it going, Strega? Good to see you. My OG. Referring to the thumbnail tonight, she said she preferred the bear. Hilarious. Oh, man. Our top fans are Strega, Scarjescal, DP, Ave Medina, Postmodern Oddities, Isaac Delgado. Hey, Isaac's been killing it with his trades that he's been posting over there. I remember when Isaac was very confused. I mean, it gave me the conversations we had, and it's been about 2.5 years ago, at least. Nervous about the market, didn't have a clue about the market. Now he is acing it, killing it in those 2 years. And he said that he did some study, stuff that I taught and stuff that he picked up other places, and he developed his little system that he's got going on. And I see him posting over there in the trading group, the Freak trading group, by the way. Awesome. I love to see people, because it's all about growing and finding what works with you, what resonates with you, and finding a system that works with you. And you'll see all kinds of systems over here on YouTube. And a lot of people are very biased for their systems, and yeah, I got that, trying to debunk this and debunk that. But if I don't know, I'm not trying to debunk anything. I'm trying to see how things work, and I have found that these things overlap very nicely. All these different systems. I don't think one of them's wrong, but I think they have applications where some of them are stronger than the others. And the strongest I can say is trend lines. You got your horizontals and resistance, and then we get into our indicators, and we can just add as much as we want or take as much as we want away. I don't think you need to overcomplicate anything. If it's making your head hurt, then you just back off. Harmonics used to make my head hurt, but some of this stuff just opens up to you over time. So that's what I want to say. If you think that some of this stuff just looks too complicated, that's what kept me out of the game for the longest time. until I learned just the standard pattern trading. And then from there, it just grew and grew and keeps growing. Year after year, I'm adding more stuff up here to help me read these charts better so that I can be more accurate at it. And I think you guys were hanging out while I just kind of go over all that stuff. So zoomed out to the daily here, or to the 1 hour here on Bitcoin because we need to. That was the trend line that we broke back above. So coming back from down here, if you saw that breakout, you're like, breakout trade. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, what did we get from over here? Did you 113 me? Yes, you did perfectly. See, so we did a 1618 from this one. See how these things correspond? The same level with the Fibonacci. That's what makes it harmonic. Harmonics are based off fib patterns and the repeatable things. If a price comes down to a certain fib level, well, there are certain other fib levels that it may actually go to, and that's what makes this system so cool. Love it. Love it. All right, so we're at a point of resistance just by the trend line itself. I'm going to go ahead and remove that little guy. Ichimoku Cloud looks a little suspect. I'm telling you, that's not the positive thing that we want to see out of it just yet. So we got that. Here on the 1 hour, we still got a nice strong trend line from wick to all these candle body bottoms. So that should be, if we're going to be looking at the smaller time frames, a 6 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute, 10 second, whatever, we need to keep this trend line in effect, okay, when we go down there. Because, and I know it looks weird on there, but that's where your strength is, right? It doesn't look like it fits. I can't do it. I can't. Just let it. Take a deep breath. It'll be okay. Here we are. Keeping our support here at the 618. I've got a long in. I am not one to love this kind of entry. This is my least favorite entry to enter a trade of them all. It is the buy higher and buy high and sell higher. It's buying that flag to the upside. It's buying that breakout over support, which we can see, right? We got just a little squeeze that we could be rejected up here. That's the bad thing. So I got some tight stop losses and I've got some profit targets I'm taking along the way here, and especially these two guys. May have to update my stuff here in just a second, but we could very easily, when you take a breakout trade like this, look, we got past this level, right? Okay, that's a viable strategy, but what often happens for people that wait for that to happen, you get stopped out, right? So you spent all this time waiting for a clearance over here just to get stopped out. Man, that may very well be what we see happen here, because we make a higher high. Our next go is really for a higher low, which could be all the way back down here, and may very well be. That's one of the situations that I'm looking for right here. Remember, 200 moving average down here, 100 down here. A lot of these moving averages not cross bullishly, so there is some weight down here, some unresolved disputes that we got to settle up still down here. But we might get a little bit of up, and it may go here, or who knows, we might actually come up here since we pulled that 1618. So we got a little wiggle room before maybe we do come down here. The very best thing, now, if we're going to be bullish, we got to take out this guy. If this is going to be a real bullish move, like if we're trying to make a double bottom down here, like a bigger W, that's where we got to take out this guy. Now, that scenario's on the table too, and we're all ready for that one with this target and even possibly this one over here. So it's an interesting time for Bitcoin, and there is a current play here, even it's a late play, and it will give you the least results. But what I did is I added to my already open spot margin trade with this idea, so that I'm not caught a little bit too heavy on the short side, right? Because I'm doing I'm doing the hourglass technique. It's very good for hedging when you're just in these weird ass places, right? And you're playing the bigger range. You just got to determine what that range is. And there's some flexibility with that kind of play. I like it. Works good for spot. Works good for spot margin. Very low leverage, but it works really good for spot too. I've been having more luck growing my Bitcoin on spot than I have margin. Isn't that freaking weird? it's been all these outliers of altcoins have been outperforming Bitcoin, and that's what we need to look at. In my personal opinion, at this point in the market, we need to take our eyes off of the little shiny things out here. Even if they make, really good investments and everything, what's popping right now is the things that are gaining against Bitcoin. And there are very few coins that are doing that. Right now, I want to take a look at one. I want to take a look at grass. I had a position of this, and now I don't. That sucks. She's having a good day today here on the tiny ass time frames. After coming down to a very, very low area. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to... Where'd you go? 272 there? This is what it looks like against the dollar. We're going to zoom out to this one on the daily. Beaten down AF, right? 44 cents, got down to 25 cents over the last few days, right? I've already forgot about it since it disappeared from my portfolio. Sucks when that happens. Big ass falling wedge at the bottom of the falling wedge. This is looking enticing to me, but at 44 cents, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's take a look at it against Bitcoin, shall we? BTC, or grass BTC, because that's the real thing. That's the real way. Come on, how you do this? Shouldn't you be there? Nobody's got grass BTC. You can't give me a grass BTC chart. Nobody's got that trading pair. Are you kidding me? You got to do it the old-fashioned way and go between the two. All right. No. Okay. Why? This works every other time. All right, well, I guess we're not going to be able to look at that way. Well, that kind of sucks. Nobody's got grass against Bitcoin. And you can't, and usually it will create a chart for me when I try to do this. But nothing? You got grass against Solana. Okay. I guess we'll do it your way then. Here we go. Screw you guys. I can't even remember what chart that I was on before. I think she looks interesting over here. It was up at a high at almost $4 a year ago, just a little over a year ago. Since then, wow, man. Anybody bought the top on this one? See it come down 90%. We had a full bear market within this past year. This bear market, altcoins have been in the bear market. I mean, how else would you explain that? How can you explain 2025 other than altcoins went bear? Can they? Are they due? Is there a hopium situation for altcoins? If you're in the market right now, you got three narratives that we're looking at. One is that bear market's here. And you're an idiot if you don't realize it now. That's kind of the general consensus that are out there. And time-wise, they got a very good argument for that. I can't disagree with that. And then you got other narratives like, were we ever really in a bull? Well, not for altcoins. Definitely not for altcoins. We had some rallies, but it wasn't no real bull cycle there for these altcoins. I wouldn't consider it. They kind of sucked all the value out of your portfolios. Now, didn't they? That's not a bullish thing at all. So you're either thinking we're in the bear market, or two, you think, oh, well, we got one more rally to go, and maybe we got a little hopium seed for December. That's kind of out there too. And then you got this extended cycle series theory, which comes every cycle and has not worked yet. But I'm always maintained that if it were going to work, if it was ever going to catch, it would be because we had institutional adoption and global adoption, which that's what we're seeing right now. So I can't speak for altcoins, but for Bitcoin, I think it being a maturing asset class that we will see a change in Bitcoin. I do believe the 4-year cycle is not dead because it's based off the halving, and that will always decrease the supply of Bitcoin, which will have an effect. It will. One would think it'd be more extreme than what it has been in the past, Some people think that it's just lightening up, not having as much of an effect. And I'm thinking, well, I guess that depends on who's got all the Bitcoin and how much that they want it. And right now we see that everybody wants it. And they want it cheap, which they're getting it cheap right now, sub $100,000. Perfect place to build a bag if you've got a lot of money sitting on the sidelines to build a bag of Bitcoin. And if you believe that it's got some promise in 2026 when money printer go burr, and I know the stock market, they like the thought of money printer go burr too. So those are our 3 schools of thought that are dominating the crypto space. It's either all over or there's still a little bit of hopium left. I do fall into the little bit of hopium left, but I'm just being cautious about it. I don't want to be played either way. Because that 126,000 after the MACD flipped bearish on the weekly, that little thing to go to a new all-time high and then crash on us, that was bull crap. That was bull crap, but that was very clever bull crap. I think that was orchestrated for the sole purpose of getting us down to these juicy prices so that they can run a slam bam thingy ma'am. And it may be January before we see the payoff of that. It seems like they are playing the playbook opposite of what everybody expected. And for the months that have been the most bullish for crypto have been the worst so far. In Q4 and the quarters also. And it looks like they're trying to flip the script. I think it's on purpose. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to put my tinfoil hat on. But if they're going to do that, it would make sense from their perspective that once everybody gets all bearish, then the real party can start. What do you guys think? Let me come back over to the chat. I want to do a poll while I'm thinking about it. Oh, baby, this cycle is making me psycho. It's been a horrible cycle. I'm just gonna. It's been a terrible cycle. All the things that worked before in the past that were expected to work, it made sense to work. Started veering off course, and we started seeing that with the meme coins just taking complete total control really early. We're sitting here, wait a minute, what about all these good projects? Why is everybody going in the memes? And everybody had more faith in memes than all the other projects, and I still think that was I think that was the tail end of the Biden administration there, because all your other legitimate projects were getting Wells notices and getting sued and threatened and called securities, and as soon as something good went out, something from FCC, these are coins that we consider to be securities or possible securities, and then that put Polkadot was one of them. There were so many. I just think it's a very dirty play. Front running Black Friday. Discount BTC. You know, the last 3 Black Fridays were nothing burgers. Yeah, they were, weren't they? More pain coming to the downside as Dream tanks. Well, I got a situation for 84,000 that can still hit, and still, from the bigger scope of things, that's actually a bullish place to bounce. So now we have the tariffs coming out in the middle of December. We have front money coming in January. We have the money coming out at the very end of December for taxes. We have 1 full moon left last night. It does look bleak. What does it mean for these coins like this, like grass? Is it just going to die? That would be a horrible epitaph for this cycle. 2025 bull cycle, the one that killed the altcoins. That would suck. Swing low to swing high. We're down. The juicy areas right here. So juicy. Just so enticing. On the daily with the W pattern. I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing here. We'll see this area at 50 cents. get hit. We can't find the Bitcoin pair for this, ironically. $0.71. Woo, baby, now a sweet spot if this does work out. Oh, that's up to 80% gains there on the daily. Now, she got off to a good start if we are looking for this or anything that's in a similar pattern, because we will start seeing some a lot of similarities over here. Got a trend line that broke out and then rode it down. Rode it down, man, all the way back down to the double bottom. That can happen, and it sucks. That's the chance that you're taking with some of these breakouts, right? Some people will wait till it clears this area after a breakout before they do something, so they might be entertaining the thought of that now, although, you know, getting past this fib area right here would have been a good one. But it does look like we're heading toward 50, but if we're going to try to come back and retest, well, we got to, I'm going to take this guy up here and take that into account. And the 31 cent area might be where we might want to be coming back to. So if we miss this one, where we top out, and if it does hit up here, right, we can be looking back and then pull back. Probably somewhere around 38 to 42 cents, just a little bit lower than where it is right now. I'm just saying, grass, I don't have any right now. But I'm putting it on my list. Also going to put me a little line right here. So one thing, well, I'm on the 4-hour time frame for this one, right? All these moving averages are down here, so there's a good chance after we go up a little bit, we probably try to take out one of these guys, right? Maybe you can go up to 50 cents. I don't know. Looking for a pullback. It can't come all the way back down here at 33, right? So we're looking, a lot of these things will be popping off if they're trying to do something, and we want to look for the retest. Retest of the 200 moving average, like on the bigger time frame, the 4-hour, that would be good. Retest of the 100, that could actually be likely there. But for it to come back into the 30 cents here at some point, and then the higher low. If we're looking at what the famous trader W. Gann and some others would say, is that once we put in our higher high here, that is starting to confirm that we're trying to do the trend, reverse the trend. We want to focus on that next higher low for our entries. Not really so much chasing the green candle, because that will screw you up, get you underwater. We want to try not to get underwater as much as we can, and I think that's where we have to start focusing on our strategy and discipline and controlling that degen. But I like this area right here, about 38 cents, to try to snag a little bag of it, rather than the 44 cents that we're at right now. And I would say, I know you get this fear when it comes to this coin or anything else that you're trying to look forward to get into, right? And you're like, I don't know if they'll come back and get it, but yet, can you think of any period in the last year where altcoins didn't come back to where you got in, where they didn't? I'd say it's very few and far between. But that's a voice that goes off inside our heads when we see something like this. And where did I get in? I'm just gonna go ahead and buy now, right? I can come down to the 6th minute. Look, oh, that's good. We'll go ahead. Look, you can still go. Yeah, maybe. I might take a little perpetual futures trade on this little sucker, though. Are you too high? That's awful degen to even do that right now. See, that was that voice trying to get me in trouble right there. See how slick that little voice is, and it might do something, or anywhere in between here, it might just say, "Well, I'm gonna go back 38 cents now. That was fun." But this one, I suspect that this one also right now, since it's going up, is outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. But I could not find a chart to prove that. But I do think that the ones that are outperforming Bitcoin are the ones we should pay attention to. And one of those has been a good old Zcash. Oh, no, this is Zen. Well, I was going to look at Zen too. This is Zen. This one's running, what, somewhere around $15 a token or something, I think, right now. I like this one, playing against Bitcoin, because I think it's still in a parabola. It's got all the makings of a nice expansion. And what if we do get up here? Isn't that crazy? What what if we just make it back up here to this little measure move thing, 0.00024 from where we are? That means whatever Bitcoin you got in there can grow by 40%. That's just on spot. And let me tell you, this works. This works kind of nicely for seeing those small Bitcoin bags start getting growing a little bit and a little bit. And I think it's all about growing that Bitcoin, especially at this phase in the market. That's what altcoins are supposed to do. What have we got going on here, darling? What have we got going on? We had a pullback to the nice 886. Ooh, yeah. So wait, darling. Our targets for this little guy, which we hit this one perfectly, snailed it, hit that one, and now we're going to be looking for these guys, especially this one. I'm looking for you, and I'm looking for you. Now there are some bonus ones that we can look for, but it's not normally what we see. But hell, at this point in the game, actually I'm going to wait and see what happens over here at this one target. That actually is one of the main ones to consider there for the higher high. And then one nice little place to tag, and we could pull back at any of these, of course. 0.00022, 0.00025 Bitcoin. We're currently at 0.00017, and that is a come up in Bitcoin with this idea. It looks bullish to me that it will increase against Bitcoin. Therefore, I endorse this product. So from the area that we are now, coming up there, let's go ahead and put our little measuring tool right there. It's 25%. I want to take this and share this with the group over into the trading room. Copy that image. We're going to come over here and go to the trade setups area. This was on the 1 hour. And this is Zen BTC. All right, there's about swing targets. Posted that over there. Shared that idea. Invite you guys too. If you're confident in your, and even if you're not all that confident, that's fine. Share some charts over there. You can share them in the classroom area or in the trade setups over there. Share what you see. That's what makes the can help make the group just better. If we get a lot of people sharing some ideas over there. If you don't feel confident in it, well, hang around the group, and we will get you to feeling more confident in your TA skills. Here's we're trying to look at Zcash. That's where I was originally trying to go, but we got sidetracked by Zen there. Zcash against Bitcoin. Look at you. She was in a bullish harmonic pattern, which did play out very nicely. And now we're seeing what happens after we get those harmonic shapes there, right? What the hell is this harmonic top? Well, this tool looks confusing AF, I've got to say that, right? But if we do it the way that you've always seen me do it, we're looking, pulling our fibs. We got a 618 retracement, right? Okay, 618 retracement. What happened over here? Well, I pulled my fib from swing high to swing low. What did we get here? Well, we got another 618. This makes a Gartley pattern. It's got a name for it, I know. So do you see this? We pulled back to a 618, then we got rejected at a 618 when we pulled from high to low here. What did that do for us? It gave us the target from this leg, X to A, 786. This is a Gartley 222 pattern. Repeats. Very very well. Very, very respected pattern here. And it looks confusing when I pull out the little tool. I guess it does. It did for me a long time. But actually, once you get used to it, it helps you kind of identify them a little, draw them out a little quicker, go through your ideas a little quicker than me pulling out the fibs and, you know, on every one of them. But it can be subjective if you go by the rules on how they use this tool, because they got some wiggle room. When I pull my fibs out, and man, I got a little bit more control of the wiggle room for some reason. Maybe it's just the way it's presented visually. Bullish pattern. The targets, well, we got them right here. How'd it do? Pretty good, pretty good. Came back and retested that one, and now we're off to the races. All right, so we're going to take this little guy and make him a more solid line right there. And where are we headed, baby? Where are we headed? Well, we want to keep these targets in mind here. We're a little bit at a 113. Or 1272. For Zcash, meaning that we still got some more up in this areas to go to. So for Zcash and Bitcoin wise, another 5 to 11%, very foreseeable. In fact, I believe that if we look for the inverted harmonics, we might actually find something here. Whether you want to go through all that stuff or not, just notice this parabolic move right there. Parabolic curve going on. Might even fit a little bit better right here where it kind of, you know, started on this local. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. My goodness. My goodness. Look at that. Let's see if we got something inverted over here. Snapdragons, you went deep. All right, so swing low to swing high. Here we came back to our 0.5 Fibonacci on this one. That was a special one. That one's so special. And one of the easiest ways to play it is with the measure move. Takes us up just a little bit right over here, but actually my target for you is this little, very tight little sliver box right here, right in this area. Would draw me a little special line right here. A happy little line. Happy little lines. Mark this one blue because that's what I use to identify measured move ideas. And so we got a possibility to see this area right over here at 0.009. And from where we are now, if you're already in this one and just looking for some higher targets, that one looks kind of juicy at another 20% gain against spot Bitcoin. Will it do it? Well, we gotta wait and see. We're at areas of resistance, this A area. We've been struggling through it. And it may have to bounce off of some of these guys before we get up there. I don't really care how the zigzag happens. I don't really give a damn about the zigzag. I just give a damn about the potential target that we need to sell at, where it can reverse at, and that's where we got these little guys. Your reaction here, 0.0079, and right here 0.0083. This is Zen on Bitcoinio. We're going to take a picture of this. Going to come over here to the trading group and paste her in there. Zen. BTC. 1 hour. Swing targets. Grow that BTC. All right, so those are two strong charts that I can see for Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look at near against Bitcoin. Have we got that? Somebody got that? Binance has got to. KuCoin's got you. Let's go with KuCoin. Are you trying to gain against Bitcoin right now, near? Are you a good Bitcoin play? Let's zoom out a little bit, near, because you've been beaten down to the dirt. What have you got going on? Oh my God, I wouldn't touch that with your pecker. This face has no pecker. Just saying. Let's pull out our fibs, shall we? Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. You bounced off of my 113. Do you see something that keeps happening here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see something? Something that seems to repeat? If you do, you're special. Anywhere below this area right here, we call it the I wish I'd bought more damn near with my Bitcoin zone. And that's at 0.00004. The most sensible target to look at taking some profit on this, the first one. It is right here, 0.00058 Bitcoin. Now, from where we are up to there, well, that's 61 to a possible 126% against Bitcoin. Now, I know it sounds crazy right now. Now, that sounds crazy, Road Dawg. That's a stupidness. Until that one day. Trying to see if I can identify the harmonic pattern over here that got us to it, because that's usually what happens over here when you get something rounding coming down and we do something we call a butt crack, like we're trying to make a double bottom on a rounded bottom. When you get something like that, that's usually a harmonic pattern and usually has some sweet ass targets if you know to look for them. Just trying to identify which it was. 618. Okay, gotcha. And then from the 618, we're doing it my old way. 1411. We got I believe we got another shark. Which is this guy, is what it would look like graphically over here. To the 113, yeah. So and these are reversal idea patterns. And the idea is to wait for them to confirm. And see what they do in our potential reversal zone. And I learned something interesting about these today that I did not know from another trader zone, Paul Barron, who trades this same style. He was showing a beautiful AB equals CD for Bitcoin for the main move, and we were watching it, doing it the way that I show you with the fibs. He used a tool that was similar to this, and I've never used it, but there's an AB equals CD tool over here too somewhere. On this one, yeah. I've never really used it, so what I'm showing you here, it looks like this. If I use this tool, maybe I should start using that. I don't know. I learned how to do it manually and slowly and piecing all this stuff together. So I learned a different way from all these fancy tools, but they are kind of cool, and I guess you get used to them. It does make it easier, but it probably looks confusing as hell to you guys if you're not familiar with it. 22 people hanging out, and right now I need to remember to do my poll. Let me ask you guys a question right here. All right. Does any of this make sense, or is it too damn confusing? And I would say I don't get it. I get kinda. I'm actually learning from this. I'm just here for the girls. All right. So send the poll out right there. We'll get some feedback from you guys while I come over here and talk to you guys in the chat, see what's going on. Arsmer says, so I was not blind on that. He entered that information on the wrong coin. Did I enter what on the, did I do something? Well, I thought it was Zcash and not Zen. I went to Zen accidentally at first. The first one was Zen. We did go to Zcash. But yeah, I typed it. But as it turned out, they both look good. In my personal opinion. Ave Menino says, as of November 2025, the grass cryptocurrency on Solana has a total supply of 1 billion tokens with about 445 million tokens currently in circulation. That's not bad. 1 billion tokens. At one time, I thought that was way too much, but then that became the norm. Then they just went crazy and like 420 billion. Yeah. And then everybody else started, especially meme coins, started following suit. Anita Cho says, I got to work tonight. I'll rewatch the stream. Hey, thank you, Anita. I appreciate you. All the answers are funny. You put ZK. Oh, in the trading group? Is that what I did? Is that what we were talking about? I may have. Did I? Is that what we're talking about? I did. Hey, okay. I thought we were talking about it on the stream. It clicked. It takes me a minute, but it clicked. Okay, I'll do that. We'll change this over here. This is Zcash. All right, I think that should take care of it. And then this one was Horizon. Okay, that's correct. Took me a minute to figure out what you guys were actually meaning there, and had to go by intuition. Sometimes it works. All right, so what else is bullish over here on Near? Gosh darn it! This actually looks really good to me. We're above the daily 200 moving average. We still got some other moving averages that need to comply and everything, but you got your higher high here. It's doing the expansion phase where we're starting to see higher highs. Building a bag underneath this red line. That's position players go to right here with my strategy. And we can even fine tune it a little bit from this local high down here. And we can see that we're still in some decent areas. Of course, that wick, it says, oh, buying under the wick was where you really should have got, but who could have went there in that big dip? When was that? Was that Friday, October 10th? Yeah. Oh, wasn't that the day that we couldn't even access our exchanges and things like that? Oh my gosh, that wasn't that long ago. One of the worst days ever. So it looks like it's possibly doing a type 2 return here on the smaller scale, and it could be doing this on a bigger scale too. To me, in my personal opinion, it won't make any sense if you think that we're in a complete bear market. But I gotta ask you, man, I mean, what the hell does make sense with altcoins here? They've been in a damn bear market. They're bared out. It's almost to the point, what else can they do but go up or gain against Bitcoin or something, right? And usually your altcoins do start gaining against Bitcoin after Bitcoin tires out and starts stumbling, right, at the end of the season. So this may be a gift horse. We may be getting our altcoin season just starting. That's a ballsy call right now, but we're seeing things in the actual charts against the coins, against certain coins against Bitcoin, that they're starting to do something. And I like that. We started the show without going to our indices, and I think that's it. We do some dishonor if we don't come over here and take a look at things. One thing that we want to take a look at, of course, is Bitcoin dominance, as it's losing its support here at the 618. I was starting to wonder if that was going to happen. So, because the rule of the game is Bitcoin dominance is going up, your altcoins are suffering. It's Bitcoin outperforming altcoins. And as this trickles down, this is where altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin. And we're inching closer and closer and closer to the nice areas here. When we come over and look at altcoins in general, what are they doing for the hour? For the day, they've been lackluster. It's like, well, there's nothing going on in altcoins. And I don't think you're looking at it in the right pair, because some of them are starting to clean up against Bitcoin, looks like. Or have some possibilities to do that. I don't think we should overlook that. For the week, man, how are we looking for the week? Down 10% across the board. For the month, how are we looking? 20, 28. It's a little change from some of these smaller market caps over here. But we were looking last night, and what was it on the year? Wasn't the top 100? That's where that's the ones that really shine. Sean. Did you say something? Sean. That's where they really lit up. Excelled. Whatever word I'm looking for that I can't find. They're the ones that really took everything, right? Those guys. If we come back over here to our CoinGecko, the top 100. All these guys, all these old guys, Monero, Avalanche, Sui, Uniswap, common names. Look at you, Polkadot, you're at $2.70. Just fuck. Sorry to say that. Toncoin. These are all the ones that have been doing better. In ICP is at $4.95 now. Aave is at $1.76. I want to look at you, Aave. Let's see, Bigots gotcha. So we got a chart over here, Aave against a Bitcoin. What are you looking like? Doesn't look quite as good as the other ones just yet. But here on the daily, if I'm looking at my moving averages, I can see that they flip bullish right over here for the bigger ones. 600, 800, 360. I still got some stuff to be working on, but are you in a good spot? I would think that trendline says, why, yes, you are in a sexy little spot. This may be the bottom area here. This would be a good place to take, you know, you can put a tight stop loss. And just a couple of, how many Satoshis? Like it's at 0.0019 Satoshis right now. Put a stop loss under here at 0.001780. So what is that? About 100, a little over 120 Satoshis. Well, more than that. But on the numbers that we can see there. Percent-wise, it would be a 6% loss for a stop loss to go underneath the trend line. That's bitching to me. I'm going to come down to the smaller time frame, like let's try the 4 hour. Like you did maybe a 113 there. Bottoming, it's got some work to do. I think this one's one to put on the radar for a possible Bitcoin trade. Let me find out where. Oh my God, that wick! Oh man, that's gonna throw everything off. I don't even know why that wick. I'm not a big fan of the wick. Seems to throw me off my game, but I dare not include it. Did you give me something similar? Alright, you're going to be a little tricky. But I see this. I see a breakout and a retest. Double bottom here. And I'm not confident. Well, yeah, that does look good. Ignoring the wicks actually does look really, really good. We'll test that out. That's kind of in a debatable territory on how to execute this and whether you want to include this wick where it was a scam wick on a scammy day where they just flushed out and stole all of our money, leaving us no recourse and no ability to do anything on our exchanges because the exchanges wouldn't let us do anything. I feel like I was robbed. In retrospect, I definitely feel that I was robbed on those days, as does most of the market over here. Best cycle ever. Just saying. 25%, 42% possible for Aave against Bitcoin. This is the 4-hour chart. Sharing it with the group. 22 people hanging out. Thank you. Let me know how the stream is doing. Oh, you're still telling me I'm not getting enough to maintain streams. We had the cable guy here tonight, and he found something. I don't know. Signal coming in versus the signal going out. There was like something that didn't make sense, so it figgled around, and I guess it's supposed to be fixed. I don't know. Where are you, trading group? Right here you are. So these are ideas I'm sharing. I'm sticking with Bitcoin because that's the play. That's the best possible play. Grow some Bitcoin out of these. I'm not enough Bitcoin. It's too expensive. I haven't got any money to buy Bitcoin. Even if you just got dollars buying into Aave, sell it for Bitcoin or sell it for dollars and buy the Bitcoin with it. And take that step if you need to, if you can't find the pairs to trade these, right? All right, so this is the 4-hour swing targets. Let us take a look at Near. How you doing, Near? How about you against the dollar? How you looking? You just still kind of hanging out here, not doing much. Well, you ain't gaining against Bitcoin or anything right now, are you? Not really. Not yet. We still got a nice harmonic pattern here for this guy. We're at the 886 Fibonacci right there. Let me come back to the chat over here. All right, let's see. Does any of this make sense, or is it too damn confusion? 12% of you say, I don't get it at all. And to you guys, I'm going to say, hang out and ask questions. And come over to the trading group. It's a free group right now. In December, it will require an X amount of Road coin, which is still being determined officially right now. And all that means is that you will be required to hold to have access to the group at that point. After Mercury goes out of retrograde, that's the only time I'm going to implement it. So we still got a few more weeks. You won't be able to get into the group unless you got some Road coin in your wallet, a certain amount. And right now it's super cheap, and I'm eyeballing. The original plan was something crazy cheap, which is like less than $1. I can't do it for less than $1. We got to take care of the coin and the group together. But instead of paying a monthly fee for a trading group, you're kind of investing in it, right? And you can get refunded whenever you want to leave. You can sell your Road coin, or you can hold on to your Road coin and it goes up in value. The more people that come, it goes up. You sell at a higher price. It's a trading group that gives back instead of sucking you dry like most of them do. The only people you're seeing buying Lambos lately are the ones that have a real paid trading group, because you didn't see them make that Lambo money on any of those trades, right? I'm just saying. All right, so for the people that don't get it at all, come and hang out here and in the group, ask questions, and some of it, like I said, it starts clicking over time, just depending on where you are in the market. You might just be learning trend lines right now. You may just have a few things on a few indicators or something. But I go over a lot of stuff here that something's going to resonate with you, and I try to show you how it all works together as one way. For those who said I get it, kinda, same thing applies. Just keep hanging out, man. Just keep hanging out and ask questions. And I try to give you sources too, that you can not just take my word for something, but actually go see other people that might be doing something similar, or even better, the books and resources where some of this information comes from. And then here's what I love here. 56%, that means more than half of you says, I'm actually learning from this, and that is my goal for this channel. If I didn't get that response, I would feel like I failed you all. And I would have to second guess, well, why am I here on YouTube? Because that's all I wanted to do for the past 3 years, is come out and try to share what I've learned that's actually works. and not just some kind of gimmick to get you to join some paid group or buy some paid course. And honestly, this is how I learned when I was first starting out. This is what my mentor in a paid trading group would have a weekly screen share, and it would be basically about like our nightly streams here, and just be going over what his mindset in the market, what he's looking for, and certain coins that look promising, you know, little things like that. Same thing that I try to do here. The equivalent of what I used to experience on a weekly screen share, because that's when things started clicking, when I had somebody not looking at what's, you know, popped up in a trade setup or some little article I was told to go read on Wikipedia, or, you know, or some little reference thing that popped up in the trading group to do. It was actually hearing him go over this with his mindset and explain it. That was more helpful than anything to help me get grounded and for things to make sense. So I'm glad. Oh man, we just lost a few. We lost a few there. Somebody took their polls off. It went down to 50%. Still over half. And then we got to 30%. Says, I'm just here for the girls and music. And well, I can't blame you. Your protocol. $886 retracement. 886 area right here. Boom. Boom. Nice lady when I say nice lady. It's a nice one, it is. I believe this one is called a butterfly, a bullish butterfly. It does kind of look like a butterfly if you kind of cross your eyes and look at it sideways and everything. A bullish pattern. Looks like it's doing a type 2 return. These are the targets: 447, 633, 843 against the dollar. We're going to put this over in the trading group. This is on the daily. All right, so there's the swing trade targets right there. We're at 238, and it suggests that, yeah, we can get up to 447. Sounds crazy right now. Let me come back over to the chart. We'll go ahead and end the poll there. So does it sound good? Everything? We've been going for about an hour and 13 minutes. That's crazy. We went over Grass. We went over Zcash. We went over Zen. What was this? Near? Trying to remember what else. Here's one, XMR. This is Monero. She's on discount right now. Let's see if there's anything that might be there. Dollar-wise, any otherwise. Oh look, it's the shadow targets right over here. They're in our little thingy things. Nailed it. What were those targets? I should have color coded them better over here. Can we go with that? 272 Fibonacci right there. What happens after it? Well, she pulls back. That's an AB equals CD move, and after it's a bullish pattern for real, but it goes up higher and before it gets turned, you know, bearish or has a correction, right? So from right now, all we do is kind of see here. Now, I would love to see it hold. It looks like it's already come down to testing 0.5. There is some curving going here. Again, there's also some bigger curving. Higher highs, higher lows. A Monero. Well, that's not bull market activity, right? Or bear market activity right there, is it? So this is one of the coins to look at, and it's probably going to do well against Bitcoin as well. It's pulling back to 371 to retest this trend line idea that we got there, which A little suspect. I will try to tighten it up. Perfect retest of that based on these early touches here. Didn't quite touch here. It was support here, so it's you see the support resistance flip. It makes it called an internal trend line, and those are stronger than your regular trend, normal trend lines, I guess, because they proved themselves. They can act as support. And if it acted as support over here and resistance here, and we're above it, well, it makes sense to think, well, she's got a good chance to act as support too. And if we come down to the smaller time frame, such as the 4 hour, it's also saying, my gosh, we got a 200 moving average right there. I'm seeing some good things in this market right now. Oh, you look kind of suspect down here with these moving averages, but the bigger ones win out, and you're bouncing off a bigger 200. All right, can you make this happen, dear? There's always a chance that this will lose support. I mean, it can. If it does, then we're looking at these lower areas. But that looks pretty good for support to me. Already starting to get a nice little green candle happening there. I'd be looking for this area about 315 if we lost it. And will it? Was there a harmonic thing here that's suggesting that? There might be. No, there might be. $50 retracement. 70. Not quite 786. You didn't quite do it, but if we were looking, we'd be looking around $300. That could if it fails. So is it or is it not? I don't know, but we got a trend line right now, and there's a play there with a stop loss regardless. It looked a little suspect as far as harmonic. It might be, but it didn't really hit this one just right. So if it doesn't hit it right for me, then I'll look at it a little suspect, and I'll try to play in something different if I can. But let's see, do we have something? You put a really tight stop loss under here underneath the trend line. I mean, you can get tight, 2% or something like that, because if it comes down below 350, then it's invalidated. I see an opportunity to add some to my current bag over here. Oh, look. Oh my God, I'm actually seeing a number go up. That's crazy talk. I think one way we didn't look at was Dash. Probably should look at that. Zen? Oh man, Zen, you're doing so good. Alright, that was Monero, right? Yeah. I'm liking the way Monero's looking, actually. I think she's looking kind of cute, kind of sexy. Kind of like a... She might be trying to do something right now. I shall take advantage of that. Put my stop losses at 350. And we are all set. Yeah! Can you get to $504? This is it on the dollar. This is not even against Bitcoin. This is 4 hour. All right, we got that going on. PMO says Bitcoin at a critical level right now. We're at 92,100, right? Then we are looking over here. Smaller time frame, of course, is where we were started. Oh no, you're not the chart. You're not the chart. Where were you? Is this one? Oh man. Sucks when I get off my main chart. That should have been you though. Ah, crap. Okay. Wait a minute. Weren't we both? Did I erase my... Did I delete my chart? Oh man. That sucks. Well, let's zoom out and take a look at... Really? Wait, is this it? Is this it? This might be it. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Good, I don't have to redraw it. This is not CoinEx. This is just the index. Okay. Alright, so we lost it. We got rejected. We did not come up to our 1.13. Let me redo that one. Make sure that wasn't operating. No, that's what we're getting. Okay. We're coming down to test the 21 moving average. Still haven't lost our trend line on the bigger time frame on the 1 hour. That's the one that we drew the trend line from the wick to the bottom of the candle bodies, and that's still good. 9 still crossing the 21 moving average over here. This looks a little janky, the Ichimoku cloud. It's not exactly what we want to see there, so not surprised if we did get a pullback, but we can see we can pull back to this level where the 50 moving average and our previous 382, whatever fib, an old fib was at. Or is that the new one? No. Did we project that one? We want to take it down here now. So one area of I would want to watch at would be 191, 165. And I do have some orders layered under here in case we do come down. We did make a higher high, so now we're looking for that higher low. One of the first areas we want to see is 91. No guarantees it will hold, but we can also be coming back down to these areas too, remember? That could be a very likely situation. Swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy. Oh man, actually, do we need to move you down? We might have to move you down to this zone right here. Unless we bounce off this 236 area, about 91.8, and then go higher, that can also be part of what's happening here, right? Or bounce off this trend line and go higher. If this is actually where we're topping out at, which it didn't really meet where I needed it, where I wanted to see it go, we could be looking at these new targets right here, 89 and 89.5. Just see what happens over here at 91. That could actually turn out kind of interesting. Okay, now we see something going on over here. Candle bodies, lining up with those candle bodies in that angle. If we looked at that idea earlier, that might have... Well, that would have been helpful, wouldn't it? And... we got a little idea here pointing toward 89, if this one will hold. But we've also got this guy coming down here, angle-wise. So we do still have these guys still on the table at 86 and 87 if we're going to make a lower low, which could be on the table because we have not taken this guy out yet. That was the hopium thing. Maybe we're still in the process of doing that as this guy kind of matures out where a trend line or angles are too steep right now. They start out very steep like this. You see it like over here, and then what happens? We do something, go sideways, have a little hiccup. I mean, this could be the same thing we looked at over here, and then we just level out, and then we go back up for another run, right? Could be. If it kept that same angle, and then it makes sense that 91 would be the area if we're looking at it that way too, right? As it stands, we lost that trend line that we were originally on the smaller time frames, not on the bigger ones. The bigger ones, it's just testing it right now. And if we come down to our smaller time frames here, like the 1 minute, I know it's crazy, right? Look at these moving averages. Now look, the 600 crossed over the 800. Bullish. 360's up there. I'd say we probably test that one. Testing Lucy, which I call the red line over here, the 666 moving average. I'm still looking at 91.1, okay? Not the greatest look to lose this guy here. It made a double top there. Maybe it plays out shallow, maybe it plays out deeper. But the biggest thing, again, to drive home, since we did make our first higher high here, let's look for the next higher low. We want to see a higher low, not a lower low, right? And that higher low can be here. That would be bullish. And that would signify that if we bounce off of 91, that we could be looking at a target. Well, right up here, about 94. A little bit higher there, about 95. If you wanted to try a little reverse engineering scenario, you can come up here to our main target and then come down here and say, well, that's got to bounce from this guy right here. Well, that's just a little ballsy play. We've got to bounce from the 0.5 is basically what we're talking about. So will that be the one? Big impulse move. That might be. We'll take that idea in consideration too. That'd be a fun one. So that's a little unorthodox, right? A little unorthodox, but I'm going to paint you as an area of interest. I want to see what happens. We will keep you there. All right, let's come back over to the chat here. No hiccups. Stream is doing good. Non-pixelated turkey butt cheeks. Really? Well, maybe they did something good with that. It says my bit rate is still down a lot. I don't understand why. Let me see if I can tweak this thing. Shoot, I'm gonna boost you up. I'm going back to 98. See if we can overload you. Boom. Let's see what this does. Oh, now it says good connection. I guess. Maybe. 20 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for hanging out with me and hitting that like button and commenting and subscribing and all that good stuff.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
PMO says, I don't want to see 88,000 again. I would like for us to get out of this bearish situation and get on with the program. I really would. Because we just been beat the hell up. I know my account lately has just been beat the hell up. Between having to try to be more responsible and then of course some things slipped by me there. It's been brutal, but we got the skills to make this work for us. We just been handed a bad deal, and maybe we got a little bit too anticipating that, you know, the normal things that we expect out of this cycle would happen again, and that gave the people with a lot of money a lot of stuff to work with. Say, we got something in store for you. But I'm not as bearish on Bitcoin. I'm not bear market bearish just yet, but we need to keep that in mind. Don't need to just say no, it's not a bear market, but it can still be a bear market. And the big signs that we're seeing that could still hold that true. Of course, we need to, you know, a chart that I can actually work with over here, such as you on the weekly. Losing that 50 moving average is not good. Now Ichimoku Cloud she still looks doable. she still looks promising. There's no big red cloud over here or a little sliver of red just throwing up just yet. And we do have a trend line. And if I take it from the bodies to the wicks, it does give us a little bit more down, 86. And again, our bigger Fibonacci, and that, I think this is the most important thing that I'm looking for from a macro. Was it here? 15,000 for this run. So that green line that we got right here, this big one, 382 Fibonacci. And that's a bullish place to bounce from. If we got to do it and come down, what I'm trying to say, even if we come down to 85,000, it can still be bullish, and we haven't knocked out any of our lows, like the low at 75 here. A lot of people are still looking for that to be retested. That would suck. Losing 85 or 85, that would break our trend line and the 382, and then I would definitely start entertaining more bear market ideas. We got a right to entertain the ideas of a bear market just based on the 50 moving average being lost, but we're still in an interesting situation that we're still on the candle that on Heikin-Ashi opened up above it. Now on the regular candles, that might be a different story. The regular candles is a very different story, and that is my personal opinion. What's freaking everybody out, opening this candle below a 50, because, well, that's just unheard of in a bull market unless we are in a bear market. So you got a reason to declare bear market based on that, and of course based on their indicators like the MACD over here, which, oh my God, it looks like it's just not, like it's never going to relent. Even the 2 week, the monthly, my gosh, okay. Well, monthly's not got good things to say over here on MACD. So we may be looking at a relief rally. Again, we talked about the scenario going back up to 100,000, retesting that. I think that's very possible. Man, I can't fade the monthly MACD. I can't do it. Can't fade it. But she's crossing bearish right here. When in history has that one ever lied? Let's zoom out. Let's go with let's see, in 2018 it flipped over here, and that's when Bitcoin fell from 19 to what was it, about 6,000. So pretty big drop before it finally tells us. Here in 2020, right? No, 2022. When we lost the 9 moving average there, and then we were down to 15. It's doing the same thing right now. So does that mean we go for a brutal bear market? And again, whether it turns out to be brutal or not, you're going to hear the ideas that it's not going to be that bad right now, even if it turns out to be worse. That's the same thing we had last cycle too. So there will be narratives that it's not going to be that bad and this and that. And it may be true this time, but it hasn't been true in the past. And you'll hear narratives about the super cycle, which may be truer this time, but it hasn't been true in the past. So it's going to be an interesting one. And I still got to say, we got to be cautious. The monthly MACD, we need to pay attention to that. Don't fade that. It might take it a minute to catch up with us, and we might have a few bullish moments on the smaller time frames. I think we should take care of that. We should look at those bullish moments on the smaller time frames. Still, as far as growing Bitcoin in your bag, historically, when Bitcoin has topped out for the cycle tops, and if it be true that this was our cycle top, we got a small window where altcoins can rally against Bitcoin, and you can grow your Bitcoin. So from that idea, if nothing else, you can grow a bag of Bitcoin that you can work on your shorting skills if we are going into a bear market that lasts another year or year and a half. If we go in a bear market, I don't think it's going to last a year and a half. And it's hard for me to imagine that if the regular stock markets and tech stocks and AI go on a tear in 2026, which does look like it could be real, that Bitcoin would be left behind in the dust. I can't think of a narrative that would support that. But then again, all we can really go on and really trust is what the charts are telling us. And that monthly MACD is saying something. So I do have to end with that. And so we need to keep that in mind. Now, the Ichimoku cloud don't look like it's anywhere near for us to do that. In fact, it doesn't show up on this level where we're at until August 27th. The cloud very much disagrees with that narrative. The moving averages over here, 21 moving average. It was when we lost the 21 over here on the monthly. Let's pay attention to this because I think this is be the key to deciphering the monthly chart. Would be the moving averages. This was the 50 on the weekly, I believe. And it turns out to be the 21 on the monthly is the same thing. Isn't that kind of crazy? All right, so we tested it for several months. Before we actually went full bear. We tested that 21 moving average. We haven't even made it down there to it, and it is at our target area. Right here, 86, and even down a little bit lower at 84. So we do know that if we test the bottom, we can actually come back up higher, or even up to the green trend line, which is up here at 102. So even in the worst situation, where it feels like we're just dropping and dropping and dropping right now, even if we are entering a bear cycle, and we may be, there are several things that can say that will argue against it. A relief rally to 100 or a little bit above $100,000 is probable. And that would be, in my personal opinion, that scenario is the whales and market makers and whatnot doing that one more push to get everybody bullish and say, oh, you're wrong. It is a super cycle. We're going for an all-time high. After seeing the monthly MACD, I'm not as much sold on a new all-time high, but let's put it in perspective. We just had a weekly MACD cross, and that first week that it crossed, we went up for our new all-time high. So these little bastards can run a very flip-floppy game here, and I think that's their goal for this cycle. I think they're serious about trying to wipe everybody out for whatever reason. So technically, I would say a new all-time high could be. Whether we will get it or not, I would not trust it, or even just a lower high, any of the lower highs. But I do think that they will try to ram us up here over the next 4 to 6 weeks in a bullish frenzy. And maybe we shouldn't be all that bullish, and maybe we should be cautiously trying to work on taking profits and maybe working on our exit strategies. And we are starting to see certain altcoins starting to excel against Bitcoin, and that is an end of cycle kind of thing that happens. Food to think about. Nobody really knows for sure. But if we can stay on top of our games and look and see what the charts are saying, at least we can be on the right side of it and not be trying to short it while they run it up to, what if they do go to a new halt? That kills everybody trying to short down here, right? And then the people that start chasing up there, slam bam, thank you ma'am, they bring us right back down here to these areas again. They're very good at their game. They are very good. Here on the 6 hour, we do have a negative rollover here on the moving averages. So if anything that this suggests would be, a bearish retest, or some people might call it a dead cat bounce or something. But it says here on the 6 hour, even coming back up to these areas to test them, 200 moving average, 800 moving average, that's all about 110,000. I could see that scenario playing out. So maybe we come down here, maybe we don't come down here. Maybe we bounce here where we're at. I don't know. I would like it better if we come down here. But they could bring us back up for a lower high. Does that fit in with our fibs from down at this area? It does, actually. Does it fit in here? It fits in beautiful right there from where we bounce right now. So actually, you got some traction here. Do we have an argument for bouncing here instead of going down lower? Do we? And I'm not convinced on it. I'm not convinced on that. I think we're still in part of the old play here. Probably going on until Thanksgiving and whatever. Probably not going to be the best Thanksgiving to have at the family and talk about crypto. I'm just saying. I was going to take a look at some stocks tonight, but we didn't get around to it. Instead, we're working on our 2 hour. It's already an hour and 40 minutes in. Yay. These old long streams. Nice little channel idea. You can still see we can still come down lower. So interesting for Bitcoin. Right now she's trying to get bullish. Will it stick? Let's also keep in mind 100,000 right there. I can see a retest. When you zoom out on the bigger time frames, it just makes a little bit more sense, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you on the next one. We'll go to the end screen, and I'll catch up with the chat over there and anything that I might have missed. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your support. 100% crowd-funded show. Channel. Still trying to get some subscribers. If you're not subscribed.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, we forgot our commercials. Sorry.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dawg. $300 gas? Road Dawg, low fees and high sleaze. Hit the like button. She gets house, I keep ape. Fair? No.
All right. See you guys on the end screen. As soon as we can find the buttons over here. Sean, where the hell are you when I need you?
In the pack, families asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto is the ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Started with 100, flipped it to $1,000. Told my girl we moving, drew lines in the sand. Bought the top on Tuesday, sold the dip on a prayer. While it's in the ICU, breathing thin air. Mom's on the couch saying, boy, get a job. But the chart's my religion, and I'm dodging the saw.
Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Families asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene.
Sleepless nights staring, red candles in my eye. Health on the back burner, eating cold fried. Wife's packing bags, saying this ain't the life. Crypto was a savior, now it's cutting like a knife. Friends calling nonsense, say I'm chasing a ghost. But the dream's still breathing even when I'm toast. And the year's a graveyard, but I'm digging the plot. One more trade,
one more shot. The dark don't last, like cracks through the crack. Or rise from the ashes, get my family back. Get my family back. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Families asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing the scene. Bull run blues hit hard when the moon turned black. Dreamed of a Lambo, now I'm pushing the pack. Families asking why I'm glued to the screen. Crypto was a ticket, now it's tearing.
There's this end screen that gets glitchy, doesn't want to behave. And it's telling me I got that buffering thing going again. I don't know why it does that. I don't think I got too much going on this. Maybe I do.
Started in the trailer, bill stacked to the roof. Bitcoin was a whisper, but I heard the truth.
One cold winter night, cut the orange by. $10 in the wallet, didn't know why. From the coal mine dust to the digital gold, Bitcoin changed my life. Now the story's told.
Bitcoin changed my life.
his braces, bought the wife a ring. No more overtime, no more broken spring. From the food stamp line to the open road, Bitcoin's the engine, lighting in the low.
Neighbors call it crazy, but the proof's in the pay. Bitcoin changed my life, leading the way.
Chain don't break, it's a bond we share.
Bitcoin's a promise in the open air.
Every voice together, every hand in hand.
It might be.
Changed my life from
I got a lot, but they're all turned off.
one set at a time. Watch freedom fly. Bitcoin changed my life. Put the chains in the past. Every block of promise, every TX built to last. Bitcoin changed my life. In the life we stand.
So then take off some of the scenes I don't use, see if that helps it out a little bit.
Bitcoin changed my life.
Oh, look at you, Bitcoin. You're trying to go back up there
One set
on this very small 1 minute time frame. Still got the marriage crosses there. I don't see them making it back up there just yet.
Put the chains in the past. Every block of promise, every TX built to last. Bitcoin
The market makers are being dirty right now. They're being dirty.